That was, you know what? I made a lot of picks that were wrong yesterday, but last night totally made it worth it. That was my low and my high, by the way. Oh, and my act of kindness was, yesterday we were at the lake. I helped watch my nephews and clean up the couch when we were all done. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. What matters is my Cowboys won. I'm so happy. Oh my, 40-0? Wait, was it 40-0? I know it was 40-0 when I went to bed last night. Yeah, we won 40-0. I mean, don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, the Cowboys at this moment in time, I would definitely tell you, are playing with a sense of purpose. Like, they are playing because they got nothing to lose. Meanwhile, the Giants were being the Giants. Oh gosh, it's fun when we beat the Giants. Not since Dak and Zeke's rookie year did we lose to the Giants. And, I mean, should I say at this point that Dak owns the Giants? In the same way that Ben Roethlisberger owns the Browns? Or Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears? Speaking of the Bears, I gotta go over all my NFL picks because, I said I got a bunch of them wrong. But I do have to make a quick update. Let's see, let me get back to my notes real fast. Here we go. So, including what happened on Thursday night, I got, see, 0-1, no, 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, 2-6, 3-6, 3-7, 3-8, 4-8, 5-8. Okay, I think I messed something up. Let me start over. So, I got the Lions and Chiefs wrong. That's 1 wrong. The Bengals and the Browns. That's 2 wrong. I got the Ravens right, so that's 1 and 2. I got the Bucks, so the Bucks beat the Vikings, that's 1-3. The Falcons would be 1-4. The Commanders would be 1-5. Jaguars are 2-5 because I got that one right. 49ers are 3-5 because I got that one right too. Saints would be 3-6. Raiders would be 3-7. 4-7 because the Eagles. 5-7 the Rams. Yeah. So right now I'm 6-9 because I got the Dolphins wrong. I got the Packers wrong. Really? Bears, you do know that Aaron Rodgers is no longer in Green Bay, right? Whatever. Get ready to hate Jordan Love then, I guess, after what happened. But my Cowboys beating the Giants 40-0. That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. I mean, I don't even know where to begin with the defense showed up. Dak Prescott clearly, was there to, not make any turnovers. Did he make any turnovers? I don't believe that he did. But, yeah. This was, It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible for the Giants. Personally, though, I couldn't help but laugh the entire time. Seriously, the first time the Cowboys scored was on special teams. What the hell? Oh, God. Man, I laughed my ass off last night when it was happening. It was great. Oh, no, seriously, like, I can't wait for Scooter Magruder, shout out to Scooter Magruder, to do, like, his usual Cowboys fans after whoever they played against. Because that one's going to be hilarious for me. Because I guarantee you, what Scooter Magruder's going to say in that video was pretty much me and my Cowboys. And it should be. Because Cowboys are the best team in the NFL, no questions asked. Actually, I didn't quite say that. There are a couple teams I saw that are going to be pretty tough. At least in the NFC. The AFC has become a potential powerhouse now. It is. I mean, the AFC West alone, you have Justin Herbert and Pat Mahomes. And until the Broncos can actually win a game, I would say Russell Wilson, but yeah, seriously. I mean, I know that the Raiders got Jimmy Garoppolo, but you would think with Sean Payton at the helm, things would be a little better for Denver, right? So that didn't happen. But that's, I'm sure you guys want me to make my NFL pick for today, because there's a game tonight, and it's actually a game near and dear to the many people of my home area, because I live in upstate New York. We're in Bills territory. And today the Bills are playing Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Look, I have no doubt that the Jets are probably better that they have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. I'll admit to that. But the Bills have worked too long and hard to just have some rando show up and take what's theirs away from them. And pretty much every Bears fan isn't scared of Aaron Rodgers. Nor should you be. He's the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. He's the biggest whiner in the NFL. He's the biggest blame deflector in the NFL. Finger pointer, you name it. I mean, Jets fans, congratulations for having Aaron Rodgers. Don't think it's going to be good, though, in the long run. I mean, I'm sure he'll eke out a win here and there. But I don't expect the Jets to win the division. Playoffs? Maybe. But it's going to be a wild card for sure. So, if the Jets aren't going to win that division, who is going to win the division? That's easy. The Buffalo Bills. Of course I got the Bills winning this game. Are you kidding me? I mean, last year, I made a video dedicated to the 10 things that have to happen for the Bills to win the Super Bowl. In the beginning, it was working. And then, I hate to say it, but ever since the whole Damar Hamlin thing, I think the Bills got robbed. Like, they kind of just didn't really have that spark anymore after what happened to Damar Hamlin. Not saying it's Damar Hamlin's fault, because what happened to him was a tragedy. No question. No player ever deserves to have something like that happen to them. No way. And the sad part is, it's actually, what happened to Damar Hamlin is more common than you think. Because it happens with, it actually happens in lacrosse players. See, what happens is, like, your heart is beating constantly. And, believe it or not, it's actually possible to hit that hard at a time when your heart hasn't necessarily beat yet in that particular moment. It actually happens for lacrosse players a lot when a lacrosse ball, like, hits them right here. It's actually quite dangerous. And you know, what Damar Hamlin showed is that stuff like that can happen. And it's very sad if it happens, especially when things don't wind up going the right way. Let's say Damar Hamlin was very lucky. In fact, you could just say that Damar Hamlin won the game of life after he woke up and he asked, did we win? And then the doctor says, yeah, son, you won the game of life. There you go. So, actually, that brings up a topic I have to get into a bit later. But for now, I gotta talk about the Masked Singer last night. I mean, the season 10, there really wasn't much of an episode so much it was a season 10 kickoff, which you do need. I mean, the Masked Singer's been going on for 10 seasons now, guys. And I can tell you that with the exception of the second season, I've been there for every single one of them. I couldn't really watch the second season because I was living in my apartment. We didn't have cable set up yet. So I couldn't watch it, which infuriated me. Although I did see the finale with Wayne Brady winning it all, which is nice. So with that said, 10 seasons in, and really it was just one very famous celebrity having one vocal performance. You have essentially a top 5 breakdown of the best performances in Masked Singer history. Meanwhile, you have, again, Anonymous doing What About Love by Heart. The return of Rumor Willis and Michelle Williams doing You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin. Victor Chadpo and Barry Zito doing Meant to Me by, It Was Meant to Be, It Will Be, like that song, right? They were also doing that with Nicole Scherzinger. Joey Fatone and Bow Wow doing ABC by the Jackson 5. And the final performance was Nicole Scherzinger doing Purple Rain by Prince. So, the only thing that really had any significance was Anonymous, who was the performer, getting unmasked. And it was Demi Lovato, which, listen, Demi Lovato has been through a fair share of troubles over the years, no question. I remember when she was on As the Bell Rings on Disney Channel. Oh yeah, I've known about Demi Lovato for years. Seriously, her and Selena Gomez at one point were like this. They were inseparable. They knew they were great actors and performers in their own right. But their biggest dream came to fruition when they were both on a Disney album together. Can you believe that? A Disney album. Where basically, I don't know if Disney still does this, but they had celebrities and famous singers doing Disney songs. Some of those songs are actually really good, by the way. When you have a professional singer do a Disney song, of course it's going to sound good. We all know this. But Demi Lovato, she still got it. Good to see that she still got it. Hopefully nothing bad will happen to her in terms of her health. I'll say that much. Now, obviously I cannot end today without talking about the significance of today. For those of you guys who don't know, today is September 11th. 22 years ago, on a fateful Tuesday, the biggest tragedy in American history befell our nation. Very sad. Thousands of people lost their lives. At least I think it was thousands. It was buildings were either demolished or heavily damaged because of the terrorist attack. It was awful. And needless to say, to the brave men and women of the FDNY and the NYPD and the New York Med, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your brilliant sacrifice that day. Thank you for all you did for everyone involved that day. And I lived in New York because that was where the biggest tragedy befell our nation, but there was one plane that landed in the Pentagon. One group of people was able to stop the terrorists from crashing into a building, but they couldn't stop the plane from crashing, so they lost their lives as well. It was awful. To this day, I can still remember my grandma calling my house, asking, where I was, or how my family was doing. I still remember, where I was the morning it happened. I was in 6th grade at St. Mary Mother School. I was in my religion class. St. Mary Mother School is a Catholic school. I was in my religion class, and I remember my teacher, who was actually a new teacher that year. My teacher was saying, when you go home, check the news. Be very, just go home, check the news. Not really giving us much of a context as to what was going on. I mean, none of my peers knew what was going on. None of my fellow classmates had any clue at any point throughout the day what happened. It was only after we got on the bus and we transferred other buses and then we get home, or maybe for whatever reason you heard it from someone else, like that's when you heard about it. And it was awful. Again, the biggest tragedy to befall our nation. And, I can definitely tell you that I still remember everything that happened. However, I'm not going to end this on a tragic note. So, while I might remember everything that happened involved the actual tragedy itself, I can also tell you that I can remember what became of it. Because after that happened, we came together as a nation. We did. We spent a long time trying to pick up the pieces. You can still argue that there's still a bunch of pieces to be picked up, even after 22 years. But America remains strong. At this point, we know that after a tragedy like that, all you can do is each and every day getting through one day at a time, going about your day as normal, and it left a scar. It left a scar in American history. And yeah, scars at best case scenario may only fade away, and they serve as a reminder of what happened, but at least they don't hurt anymore. And I can definitely tell you that America came out as a stronger nation because of it. So once again, to the brave men and women who firefight, who are police officers or work in the medical field, particularly the FDNY, NYPD, and New York Med, thank you for all you did that day. Thank you for all that you continue to do today. And thank you for what you will continue to do in the future. So needless to say, this video is going to be dedicated to the brave men and women of the FDNY, NYPD, and New York Med. Because Lord knows that a lot of people are going to be thinking about today. I know I sure am. But remember, take one day at a time. It's about all you can do. And, well, to be honest, where I am, I would say that look to a brighter day, but it's actually raining outside where I am right now, so try and look ahead positively anyway. I hope y'all like this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I am very humbled that I made this video. For all of you guys who watch, enjoy for today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or chat, those of you here in London, those of you back, take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.